There is a way reality is actually organized, and it is not organized in any other way. Any other belief about the structure of reality is a fantasy. That said, there are many ways people conceive of how reality is structured, and it is possible for people to live their entire lives based on beliefs which are not real. As Christians, we believe reality is structured based on what is taught in the Bible, specifically what it teaches about God, man, and salvation. But to understand the significance of this idea, we need to back up and look at the idea of faith systems in a generic sense. A faith system is any belief which has a faith foundation, which is every belief system in existence. As we look at the makeup of a faith system, we need to recognize that there is a line around every one which defines its outer limits. If you cross that line at any point, you have moved out of one faith system into an entirely different one. The line is defined by how it answers three simple questions. Number one, who is God? Number two, what is a human being? And number three, what is salvation? Every faith system answers all three of those questions, but each one answers it in its own unique way. As such, every faith system is unique and exclusive. To understand this idea more fully, we need to understand that there are two kinds of faith systems. Number one, worldview systems, and number two, belief systems. Both answer the same three questions, but on different levels. Worldview systems are big picture viewpoints and are typically believed at an unconscious level. Belief systems are more specific and typically understood at a conscious level. So to define a worldview, it is the assumptions that people make about the nature of reality. Now, an assumption is nothing more than something that people take completely for granted. And the nature of reality? Well, that is simply the way that the universe is actually structured. So a worldview is nothing more than a set of beliefs about how the total universe is structured, which seems so obvious that it is hard to imagine that anyone would even question it. As for a belief system, it is built on the foundation of a worldview and is identifiable as a particular religion, cult, or philosophy. To more fully grasp the concept of a worldview, there are several points we need to grasp. We have a set of beliefs that we use to evaluate everything in life. These beliefs literally lie below our Christian faith, and this underlying set of beliefs is our worldview. Any ideas which go against our worldview beliefs simply don't make any sense. Beyond that, there are four foundational worldviews, and each one has an entirely different way of understanding how the universe is structured. On top of that, every worldview is based on faith. And finally, every worldview fundamentally contradicts every other worldview. And there's a very important reason why we want to understand these worldview concepts. By understanding them, you will be able to understand a couple of very important things. First, it'll help you understand why our Christian faith is the truth and other belief systems are simply not the truth. Secondly, it will help you to understand how to more effectively share Christ with virtually anyone.